everybody. Good afternoon. Today is Friday, April 10th, 2026. Let me see. It is April 10th. So today I wanted to talk about being nice and being good and the difference. A quick story, an example that I wanted to use was I had an ex-boyfriend. We were breaking up. And, I was so angry and I was telling him, I hate you, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. And then he asked me, he said, Veronica, why were you even with me in the first place? What made you be with me? Why were you with me in the first place? And I said, well, because I thought you were a nice guy. And he said to me, I am a nice guy, Veronica. He's like, I'm very polite. I'm well-spoken. I have mannerisms, everything. He's like, I'm just not a good guy. He's like, and you have to learn to see the difference. He said, because a lot of times a nice guy is going to be, very pleasant. Everybody gets along with him, this and that. He doesn't say anything really. If he sees bad things going on or things that really, that are opposite of what he feels morally. But a good man is not going to come across like that. A good man is going to have standards. He's going to have his rules. If let's say if being faithful for him and is a big one, and he sees his friend being unfaithful, he's not going to be like, yeah, man, that's cool. No. He's that is going to give him pause. He's not going to like that. He's most likely going to say something. A good man, lots of times, comes across as an asshole because they have standards and they don't allow people to walk all over them. And a good woman, a lot of times, comes across as a crazy woman because of the fact that she tries to be good to other people. And in doing so, that opens her up a lot to get hurt. So next time you see a woman that you think she looks like, a crazy bee, just think maybe she's just not a crazy bee. Maybe she's just surrounded by a lot of quote unquote nice people that are not actually good people. They just pretend to be. And then when you see that man that you're like, oh, he's such an ass, whatever, maybe look at it twice. I mean, what does he stand for? Are you saying he's like that because he's not going to compromise his beliefs for you? So I would say let's go into this weekend more focused on being good over being nice, because that's the problem with a lot of society today, is that we want to be nice, we want to get along, we don't want to disagree with other people. But with everything, a lot of things are just immoral. We have to speak up. And especially when it comes to our Christianity, for me, especially when it comes to my Christianity, let's go into this weekend focused on being good. Not so much being nice. We don't got to be mean, but just don't be afraid to hurt someone's feelings if you're doing what is right, if you're doing what is godly, especially if you're following in God's plan, in God's path, and you're being a good Christian. Don't worry about the rest. God will have your back. All right, everybody, have a good Friday. Again, today is Friday, April 10th, 2026. We will be talking to you soon.